Oh, you rascal!
Can he hang on to it? Oh! He's all over the shop!
Who would be faster? A world champion on an 85cc kids bike or a weekend warrior on a 450 race machine? Let's find out. Modern youth motocross bikes are serious race weapons. Unlike back in the day when my dad started riding, or to be fair, even when I started riding, kids' machines were glorified garden bikes. But it's a very different story today. And in this video, we're going to prove just how good these bikes have become. And also, we're going to try and show you guys again that it's not about the bike, it's about the rider.
As you can see, we've got some mind-melting action coming your way. All I'll say is, get ready for what might well be the most fun video we've ever made. But first, let's meet our fighters. Starting with our 85cc pilot for the day, who'll be riding this hardcore racing tuned Yamaha YZ85. This is Stephen Clark. He's the 2005 FIM 85cc World Champion, which makes him the perfect candidate for this video. Steve is a current MX2 pro and he's got an impressive resume, having raced in Europe, in Australia and in the States as well. He's a 2014 European 250 motocross champion. He's an absolute ripper and he's riding one properly nice YZ85 today. And this is Sean Smith, our weekend warrior for this video. If you watch the channel regularly, you'll know Sean. He's become our chief test rider here at 999 Laser. He's a vet racer who does ride a lot. He's a fast weekend warrior at an expert level, and he's riding the Gas MC450 today, which is a bike that's been dominating the world in the hands of Jorge Prado.
We couldn't make videos like this one without the support of our channel sponsors. Putoline are the go-to guys for all of your motorcycle oils, lubricants, cleaning products and more. So be sure to check them out next time you need to restock on any of those products. We use Putoline MX9 in all of our two-strokes. And as always, a big thank you goes to 24MX for supporting what we do. Check out the 24MX website for loads of great deals on your dirt bike hard parts, accessories, pit products like the stands and the pop-up tents. They've always got great deals on those kind of products, so be sure to check them out. Links are in the description down below. Now, let's go racing.
The time for fun and games is over. The moment of truth has arrived. Do you think Steve can chase down and pass Sean on the 450? Or will Mr. Smith dominate the show?
Okay, so we're at Buttercup Farm motocross track here today, and to prove to you just how good kids' bikes are in the modern era, and to show you guys that it's not about the bike, it's about the rider, we've got a classic 999 Laser cat and mouse challenge. Sean is going to go off first, and then Steve's got to go and try and catch him. So, Sean.
The race is on then. Stephen Clark has 4 laps to try and chase down our buddy Sean Smith on board the Gas 450. For full transparency, Steve is riding a pretty well sorted YZ85 here that has been tuned up by our friend Roland Shaw at Hardcore Racing.
Oh no! Mistake! Can't be making those!
So here's our first view of Sean in the race. He's looking good on board the big 450. And here's our first look at the gap that Steve has to try and close down here. Pretty sizable gap for just 4 laps of racing.
Where is he? Whoa! He's on me already!
Now let's just go back to talking about the trick bits that are on this YZ85. Roland's fitted it with a VHM piston. He's got a long rod conversion in there. He's got a VHM head, a super polished gearbox, a tuned cylinder, race rads, the HCS pipe system, V-Force 4 and a Suter clutch. This is a well sorted YZ85 looking at about 25 horsepower, I think Roland told me, but that's still well down on power compared to the big old 450, so this is going to be a tough task for Stephen Clark. Steve has some serious work to do. It's fair to say he's got some serious credentials as well. He's the 2005 FIM 85cc World Champion. He won a title at Loretta Lynn's in 2007, that was the Schoolboy 2 class. And he's the 2014 EMX 250 champion.
Let's pull the legs out. I think that's where I'll gain a bit.
Long straight there. The little A5 is going to struggle down there compared to the 450. Towards the end of lap 1 here. Steve's up and over the finals tabletop on the gas and across the finish line. That's lap 1 complete. That gap bit still doesn't look like it's closed too much, you know. Let's just chat about some of the other names that have won gold medals at the FIM Junior World Championships. You got names like Zach Osborne, Joel Rowlands, Alessandro Lupino, Blake Wharton, Ken Roxon, Jeffrey Hurlings, Eli Tomac, Jordi Tixier, Joey Savacci, Paul Jonas, Jorge Prado, Tim Geiser, Conrad Muse, Jet Lawrence, Maxi Minot and Jago Gertz are just some of the names that have claimed victory at that prestigious event. Now back to our race. Here's Sean on the gas 450, burying it into the dust there. Oh, Steve is absolutely on it now. He's found his flow, he's found his rhythm. The gap is looking like it's coming down slightly now. He's working that YZ85 hard. You can see the 450 ahead of him now. He can see Sean.
Oh dear, he's catching.
Mr. Smith is in his sights now. He might be able to catch the 450, but will he be able to pass it? Sean just a little bit short on the tabletop there. And here's Steve on the 85. Up and over it nicely. Oh, you just can't beat that sound.
Oh man.
Steve is obviously gaining time in the corners, but it's the straights where he might be losing out. There's still quite a gap between the pair right now. This is Sean's best bit on the circuit.
I think that bit there is where I'll pull on him. Sure I do. Oh, I don't know. Seems to be edging towards me.
lap 2 is complete. We are halfway through the race now. And there's still quite the distance to make up for Steve. But it's safe to say he's giving this race his all. I asked the lads to commentate their laps, and Steve hasn't said a word since lap 1. I think he's in the game. I think he's focused on the job at hand. Yeah, I think it's safe to say Steve's letting it all hang out there on track right now.
That's my slowest corner. He can see me. Oh, that was a good lap.
Gap is slowly but surely closing now. They're almost in the same turn. He's almost on the rear wheel now. They are in the same section of the circuit. The carrot is dangling for the 2005 85cc world champion.
Oh, I can hear him. Oh, man.
As I said earlier, catching him is one thing, making the pass is something else entirely. He won't be able to use those nice wide outside lines if he wants to make a pass.
Oh dear, listen to that two-stroke. I might pull a bit on him. See if I can pull on him here.
Lap 3 is drawing to a close. Stephen Clark is running out of time here. He needs to get up onto the rear wheel of Sean soon if he wants to make a pass on the final lap. And we're in the end game now. The last lap flag is out. It is go time for Stephen Clark on the 85. Can he do it, or can Sean defend his place?
One more lap. Oh, I can hear that two-stroke. Let's try and roost him.
Both riders giving it their all right now. Oh, it's getting close, it's getting close. Steve is eating roost off the back of that 450. Goes wide, cuts down, loses ground on the acceleration points.
It's Rooster Boy.
Sean's got some devilish plans to roost the hell out of that 85 behind him. And it's working. Steve is just eating dirt right now. How quickly he's through the turns. He dives to the inside, can he make the pass?
Listen to it first. I've got him.
Power of that 450 is just too much. Oh, this is awesome. It's so close now. Wheel-to-wheel action on the final lap. Oh, hold on to it, Steve. Steve getting a buck over the big tabletop in the centre of the track. He holds onto it, dives to the inside, trying to make the pass. But Sean fights back. Sean's using the power of that 450 to his full advantage.
He's got to work harder than that, Clarky.
There goes Steve.
Oh, you rascal.
Can he hang on to it? Whoa!
Hey!
He's all over the shop. But he closes the door. The 85 has the lead for the first time in this race. But here comes Sean. This is his favourite section on the gas. Down the big long straight. Can he make a counter pass? With 2 turns to go. He's on it. But he outbrakes himself into the turn. He cuts back down. One last chance up the inside. Steve shuts the door. up and over the tabletop. There's going to be a drag race to the finish. Short over jumps. Steve's on the gas. And across the line. Stephen Clark grabs the win on the YZ85.
Dude.
What a race! That was amazing. Oh, the roost off that 450
Yeah, I can
is
imagine.
something else.
I can imagine.
What a cool race. You made me work for it.
What an insane race. That was so much better than I thought it was going to go. Steve has just won the race there on an 85 against a 450 and has proven once again it's not about a bike, it's about the rider. And he's shown that these modern kids' bikes are pretty damn good.
So we need to say a big thank you to Gear 4 who have provided us with this Gas 450 today, to Roland from Hardcore Racing who's brung along this sweet YZ85. Big thanks to Buttercup Farm MX track as well, Dan who's been on the drone, Steve Clark who's come to ride this little beauty, Sean who's been riding this, Phil behind the camera as well, and of course to our channel sponsors for helping us do what we do. My name's Max, you've been watching 999 Laser. Remember to subscribe to the channel, like this video if you've enjoyed it. Till next time, I'll see you at the track.